richer, more influential than a traditional celebrity. Okay? And if I'm networking, what am I networking for? You feel me?
DDG is out here doubling down, claiming that streamers are richer and more influential than traditional celebrities. And now, suddenly he has zero aspirations to go to the Grammys, even after previously rolling up with Halle Bailey. So today, we've got to talk about DDG, because let's be real, it wouldn't be a DDG video if he hadn't, you know what I'm saying, crashed out somewhere along the way. And yup, he has crashed out again, this time about the Grammys. He's standing 10 toes down in that tweet, insisting that streamers hold more influence than celebrities. And I don't know who he's trying to convince. Is it you? Is it himself? Because from where I'm standing, I'm definitely not convinced that streamers are more influential than traditional celebrities. Here's the reality. Celebrities see when you're hot, when you're trending, and they will absolutely use that. They'll utilize your audience, your platform, your clout, because it reflects back on them. It brings visibility, it brings promotion, it brings relevance. But that doesn't mean celebrities are out here streaming 24/7, grinding every day to build a streaming empire. Not the A-listers, at least. They understand the value, though. Hey, if I pop up on a Kaizen stream, that's exposure. That's staying in the algorithm. That's staying in the conversation. But I don't have to put in the daily grind. I just show up, right? Look at Mariah Carey, for example. She rolls up on Kaizen, does her thing. That's promotion. She's got a new album dropping, new music to push, and she taps into 1 million+ Twitch followers, potential buyers, potential listeners, exposure. Easy. That's leverage without effort. It's funny, too. All these celebrities who allegedly shout out DDG or claim to follow his platform rarely show up on it. But that's the game. Visibility, exposure, strategy. And with that said, let's get into the first clip and break it all down.
Are richer, more influential than a traditional celebrity. Okay? I'm standing on that. Nigga, this is a fact. 100%, bro. All the lingo that every celebrity saying is from streamers. It's grown ass niggas in the industry talking about Glaze, talking about Riz, talking about this and that. Nigga, y'all got that from the streaming community. Nigga, from your kids to your auntie to your motherfucking nephew to your niece. Ask them who the fuck they know. Kids don't listen to music like that no more. They watching clips. They on TikTok. They on YouTube shorts. This and that. And kids run the world. Like a lot of people be like, oh, kids, your fan base is full of kids. Nigga, that's great. What? That's amazing. That's the main supporter that you want, because them motherfuckers gonna grow up with you. Just like some of y'all. Some of y'all niggas was young as fuck when y'all started watching me. Now you grown. We grew up together. That's a long-dated experience as a supporter versus, oh, I'm making music and making content for somebody that's fucking 50 years old or 70 years old pushing death. I don't give a fuck I don't want to say that. I know I have older supporters. I'm not saying that. I love y'all. But I'm just saying, younger supporters, bro, younger supporters are the best. They're the best. They are. I know some of y'all old. It's okay. Somebody say, hey, I'm 50. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make my point. Y'all know I love y'all. But stop motherfucking downplaying niggas because they got younger supporters. These supporters are going to be supporting them for 10+ years. That's amazing.
Way to insult your own audience, DDG, and call them old. No, not letting that slide. And here's the thing, too. Rez and glaze, these are new terms. Let's make that crystal clear. Rez is an old-school term. It's been around for ages. Sure, if you want to say that streamers made it go viral in the past couple of years, okay, I'll give you that. But these words aren't brand new. Y'all didn't just invent them. What's happening now is y'all are using them as slang to mean other stuff. You're using Rez to flirt with somebody, like they got Rez means charm, charisma, the whole package. And glazing, that's just gassing somebody up. It's a new label for something that's existed forever. Same meaning, new packaging. But let's dig deeper. If y'all are supposedly this influential, this big-time, celebrity-level A-lister energy, why aren't you in the same rooms as the actual A-listers? Why is it only Kaizen getting invitations to the BET Awards or the NBA Finals? Why aren't the rest of you at these events, rubbing elbows with the real stars? Why is Jay Cinco the one at the Super Bowl? If you really had that much influence, why aren't you present where the action is? And oh wait, hold up, because your ex was the celebrity. Your ex was the A-lister. That's why. When you were with your ex, you were in these rooms, at these events, meeting Jay-Z and Beyonce at the Grammys, standing courtside at the Super Bowl, walking Fashion Week, popping up at the Vanity Fair Oscars after party, you name it. Now trying to downplay that and act like it doesn't matter because your ex has moved on, that's rich. Very, very rich. DDG, it's given I wish I was there. And speaking of the Grammys, we've got to break down DDG's commentary on it, claiming he doesn't care, claiming it's no big deal, all the da-da-da-da-da energy. And why? All because his ex went and won 3 Grammys last night. That's right, 3. W. So yeah, let's get into it and unpack every single angle, every reaction, and why this situation is stirring so much heat.
And if I'm networking, what am I networking for? You feel me? So I'm just not really like too deep into like going to a bunch of industry events unless it makes sense for me. Financially, this and that, boom, 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 whatever. Who am I meeting? Am I set up right? Like I'm not. But about 4-5 years ago, nigga, you could send me an address and say, motherfucking Kanye West gonna be in that bitch, nigga. I might stand in line to get in that motherfucker. Now, nigga? No, bro. I'm not going. I don't want to. For what? What reason am I going for? But y'all understand, like, if y'all was more so, like, into, like, the traditional media industry shit, then y'all get it. At a certain point in time.
You know what's really not making sense, DDG? You being a walking contradiction. Straight up, a hypocrite. Back when you were with Halle Bailey, you were out here wanting all of these music things, grinding, releasing text messages where she was telling you, yo, you need to step up, get on your game, handle your business, think like Jay-Z. You are aspiring to that level. Connections, networking, rubbing elbows with the right people, being in the rooms that mattered. And now, suddenly, none of that matters. Suddenly, networking doesn't matter. Suddenly, rubbing elbows, making industry connections, building influence. It's all propaganda, all fluff. Everything's XYZ. It's wild how quickly the narrative flips, depending on what's convenient. And now, all of a sudden, awards don't matter either. Oh, you'll accept them if they come your way, but you don't care about awards, whether it's the Grammys or anything else. But hold up, let's not forget, you also flipped that same narrative on the Streamer Awards. You went full presidential campaign mode, pretending to be assassinated for content, trying to hype votes, stirring drama, all in hopes of securing that win. Then you got into a beef with the other nominees. And didn't you bounce after losing both nominations? You didn't even stick around to congratulate the winners. To me, that doesn't scream, I don't care about awards. That screams desperation, ambition, and ego. And don't act like you forgot telling Black Boy Max, look, you let me win the Streamer Awards because you're nominated for a Grammy and I'm not. That's receipts, DDG. That's history. This is the thing with a lot of these streamers. They think nobody remembers what they've said in the past. Then, when reality doesn't match their narrative, suddenly they want to walk it back, act like they never said it, act like they're above it all. But we remember, the receipts don't lie. And that's the irony, because back when you were with Halle, all those aspirations, all those goals, that hunger to win, to network, to rise, it was very real. Now it's magically all industry BS. But here's the kicker, DDG. You still want acknowledgement from the industry. Otherwise, you wouldn't keep putting out these rap albums. You wouldn't be hyped every time Drake gives you a nod, or when other rappers acknowledge you, drop a collab, or put you in a music video. That cosign, that validation, you still want it. And this is exactly why your current claims of I don't care, I'm above it don't land. Because actions speak louder than words, and your actions show the hunger, the ambition, and the desire to be seen, acknowledged, and respected in this space. That Billboard #1 rap song, you want that. That award show nomination, you want that. There's no question about it. You want it. The only reason you're out here acting pressed and saying it's not a big deal right now is because you're obsessed that your ex moved on to bigger and better. You're salty that Halle Bailey didn't stay in the trenches with you, and now she's rolling with a 3-time Grammy-winning producer. And for all of y'all weirdos trying to throw shade, calling him a DoorDash driver or whatever, nah, you're not funny. You're not entertaining. Not even close. Because guess what? That man just solidified his career, moving up, not stopping, setting himself up for future opportunities with Kendrick Lamar or any of the A-list celebrities he wants. He can literally pick and choose because he's won 3 Grammys. But now, all of a sudden, DDG doesn't care about any of that. Awards, industry politics, networking, nah, doesn't matter. And I'm here to tell you he's full of it, absolutely full of it. Because if he was still with Halle Bailey, he'd be right on that red carpet with her, same as he was before, same as he was back then. He's trying so hard to convince everybody he's unbothered, but an unbothered person wouldn't be spending this much energy talking about the Grammys that his ex attended. If awards, recognition, and validation didn't matter, he'd step back from the rap game and just focus on streaming, brand deals, and whatever other opportunities came his way. But nah, he wants it all. He wants to be Drake. He wants to be Kendrick Lamar. He wants to be Gabe, J. Cole, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent. That's the energy. That's why he keeps putting out albums that aren't hitting anywhere near the level he claims to want. He wants that Grammy validation. He wants that industry nod. It frustrates him that people don't take him seriously, even though he makes stacks on streams. And yet he never looks at his own actions, his attitude, his delivery, his follow-through, which is why people still don't take him seriously. So that's it, you guys. Hype the video. That's all she wrote. As Toto says, finito is finito. The end of the road, the end of the line for this one. Drop your thoughts in the comments, please. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get alerted the moment I post new content. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys again very soon.